Hello to all you fine ladies and gentlemen. We are here to ask
and answer
one simple question. What's for dinner? And realistically, the answer's been staring me in the face all the time. I mean, we have the statistics here, and if we go to items and times used, if you go down here, well, obviously you can see we've done a lot of stuff here. 72,000 uses, or 73,000 uses practically, on a netherite pickaxe, which is phenomenal. That's just absolutely ridiculous to me. And a lot of basalt for some reason. Can't quite figure that one out. Plenty of that. But if we go down here, must be getting close. There we go. Golden carrots are what's for dinner. I've eaten them almost 1,800 times. That's ridiculous, honestly. I don't think I've ever even had 1,739 carrots in my possession before, so it's kind of crazy to see what you can do when you have a place like DINNERCRAFT. Anyways, so I'm going to show you real quick what is going on for today's episode, and yes, this is the final episode. Much sadness, many upset, but you know, what can you do? It's time to be done with it before 117 comes out, which should be happening, what I would think is in just a few weeks here. That'd be my guess. Maybe a week, maybe two. But as you can see, the island has been actually completed. I've done a little bit more terraforming. I've done some detail work on the tops of these plateaus, and I'll go and show you them right away. From up above, the island looks so good now. I'm so pleased with the way this turned out. All these custom trees, the custom bushes. Down here we have the custom water features and the sand everywhere. And I just think that looks fantastic. I'm so pleased with everything about the island, honestly. Obviously, there were a few things that I wanted to, in my original plans, get around to, and never really did. Load in, please. But, I think it's fine, honestly. I think it's cool, because it means that I could come back to this world, down the line maybe, and add some things in if I feel like it, maybe some future updates, really inspire me to come back and visit my DINNERCRAFT world save file, which, I'm assuming I'm going to be getting here, shortly, but as you can see, I just love this. The custom biome building is one of my favorite things in Minecraft for people to do, and the fact that I was able to make one, I think, successfully, it really just, it's fantastic. I love it. I love it so much. And I really think it did turn out unique and interesting. There were a few things, a few details that I didn't really plan out early on. Originally, there were going to be some sort of like sulfur deposit features using the warped fungus block. Or I think it's a warped fungus block. I don't even remember right now. Like, a bunch of the Nether update stuff I still haven't fully got a grasp on. But realistically, I didn't need it. The Prismarine was fine, and it didn't really need the extra detail. Although I totally could come through here and kind of make some mixed color sulfur deposits or mixed color underwater here, but that's just an extra level of detail, maybe for another day. Other than that, the island looks amazing. It looks phenomenal. I had so much fun this entire season, just building things, hanging out with friends, so I kind of want to take a little bit of a trip over here for a second, kind of a memory lane stop, but we have my villagers down here inside this little bay, and they're all still chilling, and we have everybody in their masks. We have the Marks villager, and the Rin villager, and the Mizmaray villager, and the Sev villager. We have everybody lined up here, and they're all doing well, and I never finished this area. I don't think I ever really planned to finish this area. I think the original goal was once these guys were trained up, I would transfer them into the surface area where I would have some mini villages for them, but there really was no point. After a certain point, I felt like I didn't really have as much space on the island as I thought I had, or enough time to do what I had in mind justice. So we wind up with this, which I think still looks amazing. Still looks fantastic. Originally the plan was to have sort of a little fishing village over here, and have this be a little port and a dock with some stuff parked there. But I don't think there needs to be too much there. I want to go in one last time before I leave and check out my house. You guys remember this. This was episode 1. We got this thing nice and built up. And I still love it. It's still probably my favorite. It's kind of falling apart in my absence. But, yeah, looks good still. If you come in here, it kind of looks like everything's been cleared out. I forgot I left my bed in here. And, oh, Sev is wearing a disguise now. That's cool. I love this little house. I think this definitely had some character and some charm to it, especially for a starter house. I mean, it wasn't nearly as fancy as some of the others built, but I do enjoy a good small house. Okay, I need to come out and get out of here before the mobs find me, which could happen any second. I think I see one right over there. Goodbye, old house, old friend. Any sort of retrospective on DINNERCRAFT is kind of incomplete without coming and checking out the shopping area here. And obviously I have my little book barn, which was originally, if you all will remember, over here on a little peninsula of land, actually. I believe right over here by the entrance to the very laggy, for some reason, Dripstone Prison. I believe it was actually right out on this point when it was Bub's Bargain Book Pile or something. I don't know what this build is. I've saw it a while ago and I still have no idea what it is, but it's phenomenal. But I think that'll have to be a mystery for another day. But if you come back here, you will see all the crazy cool builds that people have been working on. Even still, there are some people on here making fantastic things. We have the Hall of Spoons, I believe, Spoon Moments, which I think was a Sev special. Maybe Sev and Flash or Sev and Flaz. I don't remember right off the top of my head. Spoon Gold. Ooh. Oh, I don't mind if I do. Precious Spoon Gold from the 2020 Spoon Award. Definitely out of date and secondhand gold. Well, yeah, I can see it. It's so out of date that there's actually a hole in the wall. I don't really... The Spoon Rabbit. Oh, there he is. Okay. I don't know what Sev is doing here, actually. She's fighting a phantom, it looks like. Oh, I remember this when she fell into the void and lost all of her things. That was very sad. We have Flaz over here enjoying his nice berry bush. We have a few spoons. I don't know what's... Oh, these just must be special spoons. Huh. Okay, let's go up here. Then we have... What do we have here? We have Pillager. We have Cactus. We have a rabbit hole that he's fallen down. Blame the rabbit. That's fair from what I understand. The Attic of Messy Spoons. I'm just having fun going through and looking at the different dioramas here. This is kind of cool. The Shrine of Spoons. Oh, there's diamonds in the shrine. I feel like I should make a contribution of some sort. There we go. I'm going to put my other scooper right here in the chest in the Shrine of Spoons, and hopefully the spoons shall smile upon me in my time of need. So yes, very, very important that you make an offering to the Shrine of Spoons before you leave. I don't know if it's been shown on video at any point, but whenever we would have a meeting of all of the diners, we'd get together in this room and we'd all just kind of jump around for an hour or so and chat and have a great old time planning things out and making decisions and, you know, just generally enjoying one another's company. The diners are a great group of people. You really should go and subscribe to every one of them if you haven't, and be sure to watch their stuff and tell me what are some highlights for you from other people's videos. Go ahead, leave those in the comments below. Maybe go and rewatch parts of the season, because this really was a group effort and a lot of fun to boot. So yes, go do that. I think that would be a lot of fun for you. Well, it's official. I've sold 0 sand at the sand store. Sadness. Oh, well, that's okay. I didn't put a ton of effort into this build, to be honest. It was just a fun little, attempt. I thought people might be a little bit more into it, but I guess not. I guess most people had all the sand they needed, which is all well and good. Oh, this building area is so cool. A lot of cool things. I know I said I would help build the skyscraper, but it never needed completion. It was already as cool as it needed to be, I think. Just this giant structure looming over everything. All of these crazy cool builds. We got Godzilla over here, looking so good. Yep, I'm just impressed with this group. This was a lot of fun. And of course, I need to stop by the good old gaming district. Yeah, I know this was actually a little disappointing to me. My own contributions, I feel, didn't quite live up to just, this is beautiful. This is a fantastic little build, even before you consider the fact that it's a game, and then it's even better. But, and of course the cactus, so many great memories. Marx's great jumping around and dying thing. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head, and all I did was die to it. But then of course we have, my contribution, which is a flat-ish bowl that people essentially paid diamonds to poison themselves with, for the most part. Let's see. Yep, we still have several prizes left in here to be won for the diners who are still online and playing. Last episode, we named a winner of the Build a Biome Challenge, and obviously it was Lee and Sev with their glorious little build here. I absolutely loved this. I'm hoping to take inspiration from it for future projects of my own, maybe. Mwahaha. Idea theft. The best. But over here, we have the game that never actually happened. And this was probably... well, I'm not gonna say that it didn't happen, but maybe by the time you watch it, we'll be able to get some people together, or maybe live stream it or something. I won't be able to, but you'll be able to catch it maybe on other people's channels if they are game for it. Now, I will tell you some of the secret of this. This is based off of, I think it was called Dig Down. It was an old Achievement Hunter Let's Play where you had to dig down and find 4 blocks of gold. That was the goal. Well, I simplified it. You only need to place a gold ingot in this frame. That's it. That's all you had to do. But there is no gold in these chunks, and that was part of the challenge. See, as you can see here, I have sort of this little area set up on both sides, and in order to get that gold, you would need to build a nether portal on your spot, essentially. So there was enough obsidian resources to get obsidian, lava, and stuff in each of these towers to get you to that point, which I think would have been a lot of fun to see which team would take it, because it would be 2 teams of 3. They would dig down, they would attempt to find a single gold ingot, and that would be a lot of fun. But unfortunately, like I said, it never really happened, and there's plenty of fun treasures in here if people do want to go through it at some point. Hopefully it won't be entirely a waste, but who knows? That's okay. It's okay. It looks really cool. On my way back, I realized that I don't know if I ever visited this amazing build. This is probably, if I had to pick one base that was my favorite on the server this season, unfortunately would not have been mine. This is amazing. This is Marx's base. If you aren't subscribed to Marx, what are you doing? Go do it now. He's got some amazing builds, and just the creative chops, this small town area here and this villa over here, it's just amazing. The block palette is great. The use of trapdoors is phenomenal throughout this. The stairs too. Everything about this area is just so well crafted with such attention to detail. I'm jealous. I'm frankly jealous because this looks amazing. And I'm going to skip over a little bit of this, but if we come up here and we've got this fountain, but walking into this place is just an experience. Like, you kind of got to turn off your crosshair and just slowly walk in and just appreciate it. It's laid out so well. It feels like, I was saying this, I feel like this could be like a Gmod map or like a Halo map or something, because all of these rooms are somewhat interconnected, and there's multiple levels and whatnot, and it's so well proportioned and just pretty. It's so pretty. And of course, Marks, when he left, he went and he took a ship out of the harbor. But, now that I mention it, I think it's probably time that we go and do the same. So I was down here in my secret storage basement, dancing around on my pile of diamonds the other day when I remembered a little bit of something that I had kind of forgotten, that I had a few boarding passes or passports or something like that. There were some old documents that I had lying around, and I had since around the start of the season, to bring me to a different special place, a different place in Minecraft. And that would be my old Bunch of Squares server. I'm not sure if any of you who are watching now have even gone and seen my Bunch of Squares series. I had 3 of them before joining DINNERCRAFT, and they were a lot of fun. But, nothing really special. It was just survival Minecraft, and I got to thinking about it. What if I went back to Bunch of Squares? Just to check it out, just to see what happens next. And then I got to thinking, well, I have these boarding passes, or these passports, or whatever. I should get in contact with Bunch of Squares and see what happens. Well, I sent off a message in a bottle, tossed it into the ocean off the coast of the island, and, well, my message in a bottle has been answered. If we go up here, you'll see, you might have seen it on the map actually earlier, that we now have a little dock, just a tiny little dock, and a great big ship that has parked itself at the island waiting for me to board and return to Bunch of Squares. Well, Bunch of Squares in a way. This is actually a really long-winded and awkward way of revealing that I have a new series coming up here shortly, pretty much as soon as 1.17 releases. I will be doing sort of a reboot, sort of a remastering of an old classic and bringing back Bunch of Squares in full force, and we are going to have a bunch of new people and a bunch of the old people, and everybody's going to be coming together, and we are going to be making Bunch of Squares the Kingdoms. That is right. And that's all the teaser I'm going to give of that for right now, other than to show you what the ship looks like, obviously, because that's kind of a big part of this. But anyways, let's get our things packed and get ready to board the ship and head off on our next big adventure. Well, right, that should be everything. Man, things really get compacted when you put them in an ender chest, don't they? An entire season's worth of stuff right there. Yep, for sure. That's absolutely what that is. Well, we are in our little wagon cart here. I don't really have a horse with me right now, and I just kind of want to leave that one where he is, because he misbehaves. When he gets out, he runs away. So I think this should be good. In fact, you know what? I won't be lazy. I'll get in here, and I will pull it myself. And I will see you once I've gotten to the boat. And there it is. You can see the flag of West Landing flying over this ship. Oh, and on the ship. And in a bunch of different places, it seems. But yes, this ship is going to be packed to the brim with all sorts of sweet goodies once I get my cart parked and filled in on the ship. Alright, I will be right back. And done. Ooh, that took a lot longer than I thought it would. But we are all packed up and ready to go and ready to sail off to the kingdoms. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys are excited for this. I hope you guys have enjoyed DINNERCRAFT, but it's time to go back and visit some old friends. Yeah, we made a lot of good new friends this past, it's only been about half a year? Feels like it might have even been longer at this point. And it has been quite a bit since I've been on Bunch of Squares. Things will probably have changed with this new season coming up. Who knows what it's going to look like. I hope you'll stick around and see that when it happens, because I know a lot of you are new. In fact, since I joined DINNERCRAFT, I believe my subscriber base has doubled, which is phenomenal. It's really, really cool, and really thankful to see that take off finally, and just do something fun, because this really is just for fun for me. But let's head up to the top deck here and get things underway. We have the captain's quarters here. Kind of sparse, and it doesn't look like he's in right now, but we have the ship practically to ourselves. I do have a few boarding passes that I have handed out to fellow members of DINNERCRAFT. Should they ever choose to come and visit the kingdoms, they would be more than welcome. But for right now, I think it's about time that we say our farewells. I'm going to take one more flight around the island because I can. This island really was a lot of fun to build, and it was a lot of fun to build with the people on this server. And I know I've said this about a dozen times already, probably this episode alone, but DINNERCRAFT is a great crew. It's a lot of people, they having a lot of fun, playing a lot of Minecraft, and that's really all you need in something like this, is just a good group of people. And I'm going to be missing them, not going to lie. I'm getting a little nostalgic about it just flying around the island as it is. But it looks phenomenal. I love this island to bits, and I'm glad I put the time and effort that I needed into it to make it as big and as just unique as it is. But probably Bunch of Squares will not be the same level of huge as anything on DINNERCRAFT turned out. Just on my end, I'm in law school. If you guys didn't know, I am in law school, so this is just something I do on the side for fun. And I probably won't have the time to be making crazy cool builds like this very shortly, but for now, I'm glad that I did, because this has been an amazing experience. It's been just so cool to see everybody develop their world and work together to make something pretty special, pretty fun. But I'm hoping that I can do the same here, returning to Bunch of Squares. Well, I think that's it. We're all packed up. We're all ready to go. DINNERCRAFT has been an amazing experience. But now, I think, at long last, it's time to return home. And so, this has been this time. That will be that time. And I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye-bye.